Speak softly, love, and hold me warm against your heart. I feel your words, the tender trembling moment starts. Word of word.
Oh my god, this place is terrific. This is exactly what I wanted it to be. This is it. This is absolutely stunning.
Prego, se li volete mangiare?
It's okay. Va bene. Yes, thank you. I've stopped within 5 minutes. Octopus, calamari, and beer. Heaven. Oh, va bene. Molto bene. Piccolo, molto piccolo. Can't get over how much I absolutely adore this place. It's just everything I thought it was going to be. This is going to be a stunning couple of days. However, just eating raw octopus and calamari. She put it on my plate and I didn't realise I was supposed to take it over and get it barbecued. It was bloody gorgeous, but I just ate a whole plate full of it. So, let's see how we get on. It's just round every corner. Check this out, the four corners. This is just everything that Milan isn't in every other city that I've been to. It's unreal.
Thinking about the times you drove in my car. Thinking that I might have drove you too far. And I'm thinking about the love that you laid on my table. I told you not to wander around in.
Just sat people watching. I absolutely love Palermo. I've said this before. So.
I told you about the swans that they live in the park.
I might have made quite a big decision. I would really love to stay here. I have to be in Venice on Saturday, the 5th. And I was going to go from here to Barcelona, Barcelona to Lyon, Lyon to Turin, Turin to Venice, and then fly home. But if I can get a direct flight from here on the Friday or the Saturday, and if the room that I'm in is free for the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to stay here. This is just unreal.
Yes, before they bring the curtain down.
Well, I think I've made a bit of a decision. My little home here and the day that I've had in Palermo has just been incredible. I love the place, and you'll see that from the other videos anyway. So I'm going to have a word with Francesco, I think, to see if they're free until Friday, because I've got to be in Venice on Saturday to fly home on Saturday. So, but I haven't got to be there. The flight doesn't leave till Saturday evening. So, if I can get an early morning flight on Saturday from here to Venice, that saves me all of the travel from here around, and it saves me that bloody 12-hour coach trip from Lyon to Venice. So I'm going to have a word with them, I think, and see if they're available until Friday night. Well, I'll see what the flight times are like for the Saturday morning to get into Venice from here. I'm not that fussed about going to see Venice, to be honest. I want to maybe just tick it off the bucket list, but then guaranteed that the airport will be so far out of the town centre again. So I'm gonna have a chat with them tonight. It's cheap as chips here. The city is unreal. It will give me the chance to see Etna. It will give me the chance to see Coglione. It will give me the chance to go and have a really good look around Sicily for the money that I would spend doing the rest of the journey. So I'm going to give it a go. I'll have a word with them tonight and see if I can plan something. So it might be an evening underneath my table lamp, organising the rest of the week. But then that's kind of what the whole thing was about, is, you know, I haven't got any time frames really, other than I need to be in Venice on Saturday. Tomorrow I'm going to go and get myself a hat, and I'm going to go to what is supposedly the best barber in Palermo. I don't know what you can do with me. But yeah, this has been absolutely everything that I wanted it to be here. It's such a stunning place. Oh, no, mate. Bugger. So I've just asked for here, and they're booked up from Monday onwards. So I have to leave here on the day that I was going to leave here. But I'm going to change my plans, I think, because I don't want any more big commercial cities. I know Palermo is a really well-known big commercial city, but it behaves so differently. So I'm going to sit and do a proper plan tomorrow. I might find myself a little bar somewhere and just spend some real time planning the rest of the trip, because I haven't got anything booked now really, apart from the Lyon Flixbus thing, which I'm really not looking forward to, but I have got to do really, I think, which is the 1 o'clock in the morning leaving Lyon and arriving in Venice for 1:30 in the afternoon. And I think that gets me in on Friday. I'll have to have a proper look, but I think that gets me in on the Friday, which means one overnight in. No, I think it gets me in on the Thursday, because I think I'd booked 2 nights in Venice to then fly out on the Saturday. So I'll have a look at that. But I'm definitely, because I haven't got to rely on where airports are anymore, I'm definitely going to do the Barcelona flight, but not stay in Barcelona. I think I might jump on a local train and see if I can get to a Spanish village-ish thing for that night, and just do villages. Get away from the tourist bits. Narbonne, I think I'd love to see, and Carcassonne I've always wanted to see, but just by going to places where everybody wants to bloody go to, it's like anthills everywhere you are of tourists, and I don't want to be amongst that. Palermo's busy, and yeah, it has got tourists here, but it's like Rome. Everybody's just living their life around it. It's not all geared up to. It's just the architecture here that they just ignore, and don't point you to it. It's very similar to Rome. You can just walk around and get lost, and the place is beautiful. So I will definitely be coming back to Palermo. The rest of the trip will definitely not be cities. So that makes the only issue accommodation, really. So I'm going to have to do some real serious planning tomorrow, and just do train rides and local buses until I ultimately have to get to Lyon to do that bloody thing across to Venice. But I want to do it because I want to go. I planned it so that I'd be on the coach going through the Alps at sunrise to drop down into Turin and off to Venice. But now that I've, the cities, I've done those before, and they don't change. And none of them are any different. They've got an old quarter, and the rest of it is all bloody subways and next to McDonald's, and none of them are any different. Palermo is very, very different, and I will definitely be back here. Well, that's a bit of a jabber, but that's me just putting some thoughts in my own head, really, so that when I look back on this, I can go, now I know what it was that I was planning to do. But yeah, no more cities from here on in. However, now I'm back off to that food market where I ate the raw food earlier on, in the hope that they've fired up the barbecues and they're actually going to fucking cook something.
So no one hears us but the sky. The vows of love we make will live until we die. My life is yours, and all because
This is me getting into my bed on a rope. Fab. It's 7:45 on a Sunday morning, and Palermo's waking up. I'm off to get coffee and a canola.
you came into my world alone, so softly light. Wine-colored days.
Gonna have a nice stroll down through the gardens. Today's the day for hat and haircut. It's Sunday, so I don't even know if they're gonna be open on a Sunday. The place is absolutely deadly quiet, but look at this. It's gonna be a really nice day weather-wise as well, I think. And I need to find myself a quiet little corner somewhere to put my plans together for the next couple of days.
So no one hears us with the sky. The vows of love we make will live on until we die. My life is yours, and all because
Prego.
Grazie mille, signore. Well, the plan for today is just to wander around, get absolutely lost, because every corner you turn here there's something. Nothing more to say really, don't even know why I mentioned it, but Yeah, gonna have a wander all day, no other plans. Hat and haircut, another coffee in a minute, and just wander around and end up back at the apartment at some point.
So softly.
I'm just getting myself completely lost around here. This is amazing. Good old Apple Maps. Just wonder where the hell I want to go. I've got no idea where I am at the moment. And then just hit the button to get me back to the cathedral again.
Questi giorni quando viene il bel sole.
Got the hat, just need a haircut and a wee. I've found a barber's, so this is the before shot. God, I love this place. It was unbelievable. Been searching all morning for a barber's, all closed, and found one in a pub. Took me to his shop, and I've just had my haircut. Now I need some fags. That was just incredible. I wish I could have filmed that. This place is unreal. Oh my word. Monastery San Caterina. Jesus. So I've just had a good chat, and this was a nuns only monastery, and the reason why there's so much wealth even in the monastery area is because all of the nuns that came here were from wealthy families. At one time, back in the 1600s, there would have been 400 nuns living in the monastery area. But 2014 there were 3 left, and it's too expensive to heat, so they moved out. And this is an unbelievable recommendation from the guy who cut my hair. I'm here by myself. There's no chairs or anything. It's just incredible. Place. €3 this cost me. Oh, you're joking me.
On days like these, when skies are blue and fields are green, I look around and think about what might have been. And then I hear sweet music float around my head as I recall the many things we left unsaid. It's on days like these that I remember singing songs and drinking wine while your eyes played games with mine. On days like these, I wonder what became of you.
Panella.
Siciliano.
Yes. È stato.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Dove è questo qua? Sì. Grazie mille. It's all a little bit too busy for me. I'm gonna get myself back down the waterfront to my mate's little pub. Go and have a wee and a pint and eat me some food. One challenge left for myself today. Find somewhere to buy a lemon. And then back to my little room for a Sicilian takeaway. So I thought I'd treat myself to a takeaway. And I mean, you know what a takeaway looks like. It's a Tupperware in a bag. Like this. And obviously whenever you get a takeaway, you've got three slices of lemon in the bottom of the bag. And then very obviously this is what your takeaway would usually look like. I'm expecting sweet and sour balls, chop suey, or something along those lines. Nope. Octopus and squid. I'm going to sit and eat that while listening to a load of shite on the telly for an hour, have a shower, and decide if I'm going to go back out or not. I think probably not. I might do a bit of a wander and go and have a coffee. Don't really fancy going into town at night tonight. And get myself set for Barcelona tomorrow. There we go. Perfect. Number 13, extra fried rice. Bang on. Had a bit of a change of plans. Just going to get myself changed and go and have a wander up to the bus station just to recce it for the morning. I've managed to get, because my flight gets in too late into Barcelona to be able to go straight on from there tomorrow, I've got to book at least one night so that I'm travelling in the daytime rather than, so I'm travelling in the daytime, getting some time somewhere and then getting some kip, rather than arriving in the evening and then having to go straight to bed. So I am going to go to Barcelona tomorrow. I've got to, the flight's booked. And I've booked into a €30 hostel in Barcelona, so I've got no idea what that experience is going to be like. And so I get into Barcelona for latter part of the afternoon, early part of the evening. So by the time I've done transfers and that sort of stuff, I would imagine I'm going to actually be in the city centre for maybe 8 o'clock in the evening, 8:30. Stay overnight in the hostel, have the day in Barcelona, because I want to go to Keith. One of the other highlights of the trip for me was to go to it's Spanish for escargot, I can't remember what it's called, Caracola, which was Keith Floyd's favourite restaurant in Barcelona, and I thought it was going to be mega expensive, and it isn't. It's €25 for 3 courses. So I'm definitely going to do that for lunch tomorrow. So it might mean that what I actually do is have the hostel for, I'm just thinking out loud here, I don't even need to be videoing this, but if I do it, at least I won't bloody forget it. So the idea is arrive in Barcelona mid-evening tomorrow, stay overnight in the hostel, have the day in Barcelona, overnight in the hostel that night, and then that gives me a full day of travelling to wherever I want to travel to get close to Lyon, or I might even get the train direct to Lyon, because it's really cheap. It's like €12, and that means I might just do that. I'll take the train to Lyon, have the day in Lyon, because I haven't got to spend any accommodation that night, because I'm getting the coach at 1 o'clock on the Thursday morning. And so it's almost like an overnight coach. If I can get some kip for the first 3 or 4 hours, then hopefully I'll get to do the whole sunrise as we drive through the Alps thing. But it's a bloody Flixbus, so Christ knows what the windows are going to be like and whether I'll actually be able to see anything. So that should all fit. So 2 €30 nights in Barcelona, train to Lyon, day in Lyon, 1 o'clock in the morning out of Lyon into Venice, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Sounds doable. So I'm now going to stick a jumper on because it's getting a bit chilly. Do a recce of the walk from here to the bus station. I haven't got to be up particularly early. I don't even have to get the bus till midday tomorrow. And it's saying that it's 25 minutes from here to the bus station, but I haven't been to the bus station before, so I want to know where that is. So I'm going to go and do a recce with that now, and then back, have a shower, get to bed early tonight, listen to me Richard Osman book, up at a reasonable time tomorrow morning, get a good breakfast and coffee and everything else, set myself up for the day, and wander off to the bus station. And if it all goes the way it's gone so far, tomorrow should be a breeze, and then I'll be in Barcelona for about 8:30 tomorrow evening. There we go.
So that's bang on. So if I give myself an hour, and that'll get me here to get the airport bus tomorrow lunchtime. That gets me out to the airport in about 50 minutes. Needs to be there at about 2 o'clock because the flight leaves at about 4:30. And then off to Barcelona, next stage of the journey. Monday morning, and time to say goodbye to Palermo. So breakfast, coffee, decent sized roll, and some ciggies and bits and pieces for the day. Frugal day today. Buongiorno. Buongiorno signora.
Buongiorno.
Come stai?
Bene?
Doppio espresso per favore.
Ok.
Arancino?
Arancino, sì.
Grazie
Ham
mille.
and cheese or meat?
Meat, cane,
Meat, ok.
Sì, grazie.
Are you sit outside, eh?
Paoli.
Ok.
Sì, grazie. Grazie mille. Breakfast, all done. Arancini, doppio espresso. Gonna have to fill me up. Kind of like it's a fried rice ball with mince and peas and stuff. It's really nice. Right. I'm gonna have a wander and stretch my legs because the rest of the day is really going to be sat down. So I made that mistake already. I'm gonna give myself a good stretch. Got 2.5 hours left in this gorgeous city. So I'm gonna go down to my little pub by the marina, have one, and then walk round to the bus station. Bus leaves at 12:30, and then long day of travel, but free day. I've already had breakfast, already got my water. Just going to do a bit of a recap for my own benefit, really, just so that I can look back on this and just listen to what I was thinking, because I think I've got a plan in mind now. Obviously travelling to Barcelona today, but I won't get in there till this evening. So I'm booked at the hostel for tonight. That means I've committed really to staying in Barcelona on Tuesday and Tuesday night. I need to be at the bus station in Lyon for 1 in the morning on Thursday. So I think the plan is to fill the day on Wednesday with a train all the way through from Barcelona to Lyon, but with a stop in Narbonne to try and time my arrival in Lyon for about 10 o'clock at night. And that way I've only got 3 hours to get from the train station to wherever the Flixbus station is, and maybe a wait of an hour and a half or so before having to get on the bus. What I don't want to do is arrive in Lyon in the morning with the intention of having a full day there, and then having to wait until 1 o'clock in the morning before I get the bus out. So I think that's the plan. Barcelona now, Barcelona all day Tuesday and overnight at the hostel again, and then a whole day on the train, trying to arrive in Lyon as late as possible in the day. I think I've just seen a bit of a reclaim go on by the boys. One shop owner that used to have 2 mopeds now has none. 2 old guys, must have been, I don't know, late 60s, arrived, had a conversation, then started shouting at him, and within about 5 minutes a younger, fitter, much bigger guy arrived on a moped, took the keys out of the other 2, locked the pair together and rode off.
I'd like to think you're walking by those willow trees, remembering the love we knew on days like these. It's on days like these that I remember singing songs and drinking wine while your eyes play games with mine. On days like these I wonder what became of you. Maybe today you're singing songs with someone new. Questi giorni quando vieni il bel sole. La 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 la.
Another bit of the journey successfully completed at Palermo Airport, ready to go off to Barcelona. Italy really knows how to do airports. This for waiting. Why do I not learn? Went through security near to departures far too early again. Now bored as hell. No outside space and it's really hot. But hey, I'll learn.